Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn GSP with Mahesh. Today we'll see three simple and conceptual interview questions. So let's get started. The first question is something like this, where the interviewer asks you a question, something like you have an organization node named learngspwithmahesh.com, and there's a folder node right below that called as Cloud Architects. Now please tell me the steps to create a Google Compute Engine in this folder node called as Cloud Architects. So let me know each and every step. How do you create it? So pause the question or video. Let me know what is the right answer. Um, the whole intent of asking this question is the interviewer wants to understand what's your understanding with respect to the resource hierarchy, where you can create resources in GCP. Now, before I share you the answer, let me show you a demonstration. So I have an org node called as Learn GSP with Mahesh, and I also have a folder node called as Cloud Architect. Now, in any Google Cloud training which you have taken, or if you have done a self-learning, one thing which will be very clear is resources are always created inside a GCP project. So that's the billable unit is what you would have heard of. So which means if I'm in an org level, I'm at an org level now, and I go to my compute engine. If I go to my compute engine, it is going to throw me a message saying that Google Cloud uses project to manage resources. To create a compute engine, select a project or create a new one. So this is an indication that whatever you do in GCP has to be within a GCP project. Same is the case with your Cloud Architect folder. So if it is a folder, you will get the same message. Only if it's a project, like a project like Learn GSP Mahesh, you will be able to create a virtual machine. So as long as you have enabled the billing, you should be able to do it. So the answer for this is basically no, you cannot create it. You can only create it in a project. That is the answer. Moving on to the next question. If I purchase a committed use discount for compute engine, can I cancel it anytime? So I don't like it. I want to cancel it. How do I do it? So again, if you want to think about the answer, pause the video and think about it. Let me show you a demonstration before I give an answer. So I'm in my committed use discount page. So this is for the virtual machine. So under your virtual machine, you should be able to see committed use discount. Now let me try to purchase a commitment. So I can purchase this committed use discount for either 1 year or 2 years. So I have to purchase it for a specific region and the kind of machine type which you want to use. So let me go with N1. So I can only use for 1 year or 3 years only. Now I can mention how much cores and memory I want. I can easily mention that, and you are going to get up to 57% discount usually if you go with 3 years. That's just a small information about committed use discount. So one of the case studies in the professional cloud architect exam talks about it. Soon I'm going to do a video on that, so we will look into that. So if you look into this part, right, it clearly mentions, so this is where you have to look as a cloud architect, the detailed stuffs. So here they mention you agree to pay the applicable monthly fee for the selected for the term selected above. The term will not automatically renew, which is really beautiful, meaning after 3 years it is not going to auto renew. These monthly fees are non-cancelable and will apply regardless of the usage, meaning for a month you don't use this itself, even though you need to pay this amount of cost. So the answer is basically you cannot cancel it. So only you have to read. I'm not sure, by looking at the documentation the stuffs here, it says it is non-cancelable, meaning you'll be charged for that duration, either 3 years or 1 year. So a word of caution, so whenever you're going to go with committed use discount, make sure you do the homework properly, then go for it, because if you do it, you cannot cancel it. So prefer to first use the on-demand option, see what is your utilization, and then go with a committed use discount. So the answer for this basically is no, you cannot basically cancel it. As a follow-up question, so in the interview usually you'll have a follow-up question, so I thought let me create a follow-up question on this. So okay, can I apply this committed use discount which I purchased for compute engine to data flow? Just for your information, a data flow, when you create the pipeline behind the scene, it's going to create a managed instance group, which is nothing but groups of virtual machines. So virtual machine there also. The question which the interview is trying to ask you is, even though you are a cloud architect or any role which you're going to take, maybe data engineer stuffs also, whether you have a awareness about the cost is what basically the interviewer is trying to test you out. So again, if you want to know if you want to think about the answer, think about it, pause the video. Let me just show you a small explanation on this. So this is the official documentation of some committed use discount. And if you look into the restriction, basically, you will come to know the committed use discount applies to VMs by Kubernetes engine, data proc, compute engine. So these are all behind the scene users virtual machines. So it only applies for that. So committed use discounts don't apply for VMs created using App Engine Flexible. So App Engine Flexible is a managed service where you are going to create a virtual machine behind the scene. If you create an App Engine, you will also see the actual instance and data flow. It's not going to apply, basically, is what it shows. So again, a clear indication document is the king. So more exploration of document is definitely going to help you clear interview questions like this. So the summary I would say is no, it is not going to be applicable for your data flow. It is only applicable for compute engine and GCE. So wherever something like and data proc, which behind the scene is nothing but virtual machine. So now you see, basically, if you see a pattern between all the three questions, we use the power of no. So there may be a point where you should not say yes for everything in the interview. There could be a point where you have to say no. So that is what I wanted to indicate here. So hope you like the small conceptual video on the interview question. Do let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Thank you for watching.